Welcome everyone. We are going to present our final assignment, The Voices in the Shadows, the Fight for Fairness in Hong Kong. So first, let's take a look on our content outline. We have 4 sessions in our presentation.
In the bustling city of Hong Kong, a former manager of a cleaning contractor expropriated the every workers he was supposed to support. He extorted a staggering 38,000 from the vulnerable cleaning staff, highlighting the realities faced by those at the bottom of the economic ladder.
So there are 5 common workplace inequalities in Hong Kong. The first is the pay disparities, the second is the promotion gaps, the third is the access to the resources, and the remaining tools are recognition of bias and job security.
So let's start with the background information. The minimum wage was only updated last year and it was increased to $48 per hour. Those with minimum wage would most likely get a salary of about $8,000 per month. However, this income is not sufficient for a person to live in Hong Kong. As you can see, the average monthly individual expenditure is $24,000, while for households, it is $30,000. In that case, the daily income of cleaning workers is about $420 to $460 per day. We can make assumption from this that they have made about $11,000 per month, while the manager from the case should have an income of about $43,000 to $53,000 per month. If you compare the two, you can see that the income of the manager is significantly higher than the cleaning workers. Yet, the manager still deceives the 3 subordinate cleaning workers into returning wages differences totaling over $38,000 in a span of nearly 2 years by falsely representing to them that the employer has miscalculated their wages. This case highlights the vulnerability of low-income workers and exploitation prevalent within the labor market.
In this part, first we'll look at the group that may be interested in maintaining wage inequality, then we will shift our focus to those pushing for changes. First, when it comes to pay disparity, obviously we have employers and corporations. Their primary motivation is to minimize costs and maximize their profit. And by offering lower wages to employees, business can reduce their fixed expenses and increase their overall profitability. And a good example is the cleaning industry, where fierce price competition that force companies to offer low price services, and to sustain these prices, business often pay their workers close to the minimum wage. Apart from the interest group in keeping the pay disparity, many other groups are actively working to change these situations. First, we have advocacy group or non-government organization. Their primary goal is to raise awareness among employers towards better wages for workers and protect workers' rights. An example is an NGO called Oxfam Hong Kong. They have called for the government to increase the minimum wage to at least 60 Hong Kong dollar per hour. And next, we have the government play a crucial role in enacting policy that guarantee a minimum wage and in promoting wage standard that can stabilize workers' financial security. An example is minimum wage ordinance. It aims to ensure wages offered to workers with at least standardized minimum wage, as well as increase their hourly wage from time to time. And the government also plans to adjust the minimum wage in 2025. And lastly, we have workers themselves who desire a better wages. The possible reason is their source of income is their salary, and unlike others who have access or other income sources, which means that low-paid workers' livelihood slowly depends on their salary. For example, in Hong Kong, workers express their desire for changes through events like Labor Day marches, and these marches often call for higher wages, reduced working hours, and promote labor rights.
After examining the challenge Hong Kong is currently facing, let's explore a policy that could help address this issue, which is the Progressive Wage Model, PWM. The PWM in Singapore presents a comprehensive approach to addressing poverty and income inequality through skill development and structural wage increases. Introduced in 2012, the PWM was initially aimed at improving stagnant wages in the cleaning sector, and it has 4 features. The first one is its structured wage increases. It lays out a clear pathway for workers to advance their earnings based on their skills and job roles, ensuring regular and meaningful pay raises for the low-income workers. The second feature is skill development. The model places a strong emphasis on training initiatives that empower workers to enhance their skills and grow professionally. The third feature is targeted sectors. This model specifically addresses industries where low-wage workers are most prevalent, such as cleaning and security sectors. But finally, employer accountability is one of the features of PWM that promotes fair wage practices and helps reduce wage exploitation by holding employers accountable for providing just compensation. After going through the features of PWM, the reasons for considering PWM seems obvious. The implementation of PWM can prevent wage exploitation through its clear wage frameworks that reduce manipulation opportunities. And its transparency also keeps the workers away from being deceived. Apart from that, the PWM can empower workers through skill development. Workers can understand their rights and labor value so as to challenge unfair practices instead of being trapped inside. Additionally, the PWM can reduce economic inequality by providing fair compensation and stability for workers. It uplifts low-wage workers, addressing economic disparities effectively. And its guaranteed wage increases provide financial security, lessening vulnerability to exploitation. From 2012 to 2016, PWM expanded beyond the cleaning sector to include security and landscaping sectors, becoming central to the nation's strategy for increasing lower wage workers' incomes and reducing socioeconomic disparities. For example, for cleaning sector, the full-time resident cleaners experienced a compound earning wage growth of 9% from 2012 to 2015, and a wage growth of 6.7% from 2012 to 2016, which has significantly outpaced the overall wage growth rate of 4.7% from 2012 to 2015 and 4.4% from 2012 to 2016. Looking ahead, the tripartite work group envisions lower wage workers surpassing median wage growth by 2030. To combat ongoing wage exploitation challenges in Hong Kong, also an issue similar to what Singapore faced, it's crucial for the government to learn from Singapore's success, implementing a similar model through a tailored approach to address the specific challenges here and further align with the Sustainable Development Goals aimed at reducing income inequalities by 2030.
I'm going to introduce the targets Hong Kong can have in order to reduce the inequality in job markets. The first target is, by 2030, increase the statutory minimum wage level to 50 HKD. This can help to achieve the mentioned PWM features of structured wage increase, targeted sectors, and employer accountability. The target can reduce the problem of pay disparities, also reducing problems of workers being unable to afford rent and food. At the same time, government should strengthen inspections of firms to ensure that all firms have effectively implemented the minimum wage. The second target is, by 2030, increase the number of public high schools and universities. This can help to achieve the mentioned PWM feature of skill development. The target reduces the problem of unequal access to resources. At the same time, it allows people to improve the quality of their labor capital and have higher income. The third target is, by 2030, cover basic moral education comprehensively, reduce occupational, racial, and gender discrimination. The target can help to achieve the mentioned PWM feature of employer accountability. The target can reduce the problem of pay disparities, promotion gaps, and recognition bias. And people have to spontaneously respect people of different races, genders, and professions in their daily lives.
Together, we can transform the labor market, lifting the valuable workers from the shadow of exploitation into the light of opportunity. By addressing wage disparities and ensuring fair treatment, we can maintain a narrative of resilience and hope in the heart of Hong Kong.
This is the end of our presentation, and here are the references we have. Thank you so much.